nothing had changed. But every answer that I gave never reached your face. We were sitting close together, with 1,000 miles between, holding on to photographs of who we'd always been. Love wasn't leaving loudly, it was learning how to hide. Your silence learned my name long before goodbye. It answered every question with another sleepless night. Your silence learned my name while your love forgot my heart. We were still together as we fell apart. I watched the sunrise find us without a word to say. Another morning borrowed before you slipped away. The flowers on the table still reach toward the light. Funny how they kept believing when we gave up the fight. I kept hearing forever inside a fading echo. Your silence learned my name before your footsteps did. I was still protecting everything we lived. Your silence learned my name, though your lips still smile. Sometimes love grows older, like an abandoned child. I thought love could survive if one heart never stopped. But love needs two voices to finish one song. One heart can remember, but it can't sing along. Your silence learned my name. Now it calls me every night through the empty spaces where we lost the light. Your silence learned my name, but your heart forgot my touch. The saddest kind of leaving never leaves in a rush. We danced around the kitchen to our favorite old love song. You rested on my shoulder like nothing could go wrong. I never knew that moment would be the one I'd keep. The last time your heart still belonged with me. If I had known forever was ending that night, I would have held you longer. I would have closed my eyes, try to stop the hands of time, before goodbye arrived. I didn't know it was our last dance. I would've loved you harder if I'd had one more chance. Now the record keeps on turning, but I don't hear the sound. Every melody reminds me of what I never found. The moon still lights the window where we used to stand. Now only lonely shadows reach for my hand. The saddest memories are the happy ones. I would have held you longer if I'd known you'd leave. I would have memorized every breath you'd breathe. I didn't know it was our last dance. Sometimes forever ends without another chance. If I could relive one night, it would be that one. Because the last goodbye never feels like the last until it's gone. Some moments become forever only after they end. We can't let go. I didn't know it was our last dance. But if love begins again, I'll still ask you to dance. Kiss me like you always did before walking out the door. I never thought that simple kiss would happen evermore. I smiled and said, see you tonight, like every day before, never knowing fate had closed a quiet little door. The moments we remember most, never asked to be remembered. I didn't notice
we had our last kiss.
if I had known
I would have stayed like this.
I didn't notice
Forever had an end.
sometimes goodbye hides
Inside ordinary moments. Your favorite jacket's hanging exactly where it was. Funny how a little thing can still remind me of us. Every morning coffee still waits for two somehow. Only one cup cools on the table now. I would have held that moment a little longer.
I
last kiss.
Now every dream I dream
Still begins with this.
I didn't notice
Till you were gone
the last time you said I love you.
was the last all along. Porch light still burning like every night before, just in case your shadow finds its old front door. The wind still knows your perfume, the curtains softly sway. Everything keeps asking why you walked away. Time keeps moving forward, my heart never learned how. I still wait where you left me, though I know you're gone. Still talking to the silence, like you're listening on. I still wait where you left me, tomorrow in my hand. Some hearts never stop waiting, just learn to understand. The old clock keeps on ticking, but nothing really moves. Every second without you only proves the truth. I still hear your laughter floating through the rain. Funny how a memory can sound exactly the same. You found a different ending, I stayed inside our story. I still wait where you left me, though the seasons change. Still hoping one more sunrise, whisper your name. I still wait where you left me, where forever used to be. Sometimes love keeps waiting long after it's free. If you knock tonight, I'd open the door. I know you would, that's why leaving hurts so much. Some home never stop feeling like home. I still wait
watched you fold the laundry like every other day, but something in your quiet eyes had already gone away. You still laughed at little jokes, still wore my favorite blue, but every smile became a place I couldn't follow you to. The hardest truth to carry was watching love grow tired. I watched you fall out of love, one heartbeat at a time. I was writing forever, you were erasing every line. I watched you fall out of love without a tear to cry. Sometimes the deepest endings never ask us why. I still make your side of the bed before I leave each day, like hope is just another habit that never fades away. The mirror sees me smiling, the night knows that's a lie. Some wounds keep getting older, but never really dry. I kept hearing we inside your silent goodbye. I watched you fall out of love while mine stayed the same. I kept calling your heart, you stopped answering my name. I watched you fall out of love like daylight leaving the sea. Tide kept pulling you away while you were still with me. If love had one last chance, I'd give you all of mine. Sometimes forever ends without crossing a line. The quietest heartbreak is still heartbreak. I watch you fall out of love, now the moon remembers us. Every wave still whispers the two we used to trust. I watch you fall out of love, but I'll never regret. Loving you completely is the one thing I won't forget. I watch you fall out of love, now the moon remembers us. Every wave still whispers the two we used to trust. I watch you fall out of love, but I'll never regret. Loving you completely is the one thing I won't forget.
You still asked about my day nothing had gone wrong, but silence in your answers was already too strong.
You laughed at my bad jokes like you used to do, but something in your laughter was no longer true.
I was still calling it love,
you were calling it time.
I kept smiling while you let go,
like I didn't understand.
I was holding on forever,
you were letting go of my hand.
I kept smiling while you let go,
till the truth cut through.
Sometimes heartbreak hides itself
behind I'm okay too.
I still made your morning coffee like every day before, but you stopped sitting with me by the kitchen door.
The mirror shows a version of a man who still believes, while every part of you has already left me.
I was building us a future,
you were packing yesterday.
I kept smiling while you let go,
without making a sound.
I was still calling you my home,
you were nowhere to be found.
I kept smiling while you let go,
and now I finally see
the saddest kind of ending
is pretending we still be.
Did you ever notice I was breaking too?
I noticed, but I didn't know how to stay.
Some love ends
In silence, not words.
I kept smiling while you let go,
Now the smile is gone,
and every lonely evening
feels twice as long.
I kept smiling while you let go,
But I won't pretend again.
'cause even silent heartbreak
Still leaves a stain.
We used to chase the sunrise, barefoot on the sand. Now we're just two shadows, afraid to touch our hands. You still know my favorite stories, you still finish every line, but somewhere in the middle, your heart stopped holding mine. Love didn't leave all at once, you forgot the way back home.
You forgot the way we loved,
while I remembered every kiss.
I kept holding yesterday.
You stopped believing this.
You forgot the way we loved,
like a song without a tune.
I was waiting for the sunrise.
You were saying goodbye to the moon. Your sweater still smells like you, though the scent is growing weak, just enough to break my heart every single week. The old guitar is resting beside our bedroom chair. I play the songs we wrote together, but you're no longer there. I kept watering forever.
You stopped planting hope. You forgot the way we loved.
Before the final goodbye,
I kept reading all the stars.
you stopped looking at the sky.
You forgot the way we loved.
Without anger or blame,
Sometimes hearts grow quiet before they change.
was there one last moment?
You still believed in us,
Maybe.
but forever slipped away before I noticed.
Some promises
Fade like the evening tide. You forgot the way we loved.
but I remember every word.
Every laugh, every dream, every I love you I heard. You forgot the way we loved.
Still I hope you're smiling somewhere.
Because even if you forgot us, I'll always remember.
You still knew my favorite place down by the old seaside. But every walk we used to take felt quieter inside. You smiled when I was talking, your eyes looked far away, like your heart had packed its bag. Before that rainy day, I was still trying to find us. You had stopped looking, you stopped looking for me, while I was right beside you. I kept reaching for your hand, like I always used to. You stopped looking for me, though I never moved away. The saddest kind of distance lives in hearts that cannot stay. Your favorite song was playing, but neither of us sang. Funny how forever stopped moving too soon. I was saving every heartbeat. You were counting down the night. You stopped looking for me before you closed the door.
remembers the sound of your bare feet. Every corner of this old house still feels your heartbeat. The window waits each evening for the light you used to bring. Now the sunset paints the silence across everything. This house still feels like home. Only I'm the one who's missing. The house still knows your name, even if you don't. Every wall still whispers promises we wrote. The house still knows your name, every floorboard, every door. Only love moved out when you walked out of my soul. Your favorite cup is waiting exactly where it stayed. Funny how the smallest things refuse to fade. I still hear your laughter when the rain begins to fall, like your memory still lives inside these walls. I never packed away your love, only your clothes. The house still knows your name, though the nights are cold. It keeps every secret our hearts never told. The house still knows your name, while mine calls out for you. Sometimes empty rooms love harder than people do. I still unlock the front door, like you're coming home tonight. Some hearts keep waiting even after they know. Hope is the last thing to leave a broken home. The house still knows your name, maybe it always will, because love leaves footprints long after hearts stand still. The house still knows your name, though we're worlds apart. Some people leave your house, but never leave your heart. It wasn't one cold morning or one last painful fight. It happened in the little things that disappeared each night. You stopped reaching for my hand when we crossed the street, and somehow even your heartbeat no longer matched with me. Forever didn't shatter, it quietly unraveled. I didn't lose you in one day, I lost you little by little. One side conversation ended far too soon. I memorized your smile before it disappeared. Funny how the sweetest memories become the hardest years. You were already leaving while I was still making plans. I didn't lose you in one day. The tide was slow and deep. I was chasing sunrise, you were chasing sleep. I didn't lose you in one day. There was no final scene, just two hearts growing quieter than they'd ever been. If I'd noticed sooner, would your heart have stayed? Some flowers fade, even with enough rain. Not every ending can be rewritten. I didn't lose you in one day. I lost you over time, holding on to forever with trembling hands of mine. I didn't lose you in one day, but I still feel it now, because slow goodbyes leave the deepest scars somehow. You still slept beside me every single night, but somewhere in the darkness you drifted out of sight. You still knew my stories, still laughed at every line, but every little piece of you no longer felt like mine. Your heart crossed the ocean before your feet did. You were gone before you left, I just couldn't see. I was holding on to us, you were setting yourself free. You were gone before you left, long before goodbye. I watched forever disappear without asking why. The record still keeps spinning, our favorite melody. Funny how the music stayed when you stopped choosing me. The moon still fills the window, the stars still know our names. Only love forgot how to do the same. I kept loving tomorrow, you stopped believing in forever. You were gone before you left, while I held your hand, trying to save a dream I couldn't understand. You were gone before you left, like summer turning cold. Some hearts let go quietly without ever letting go. I wish I had noticed the silence in your smile. I wish I had known how to stay.
Sometimes love
leaves one heartbeat at a time.
You were gone before you left,
yet I still call your name,
because every piece of me
still loves you the same.
You were gone before you left,
and that's the hardest truth.
the longest goodbye
Started while I was still holding you.
Coffee's getting colder, just like the space between. We're sitting in the same room, living different dreams.
You still say good morning, like every other day,
but the warmth inside your voice has quietly slipped away. I was holding on to forever. You were learning how to leave.
I kept loving you
after love was gone,
still singing our forever
in a one-heart song.
I kept loving you
when you stopped believing too.
Sometimes love survives
in only one of two. Your sweater's in the closet, your picture by the bed. Everything still says you're here, except the words you never said. I replay every promise like an old cassette. Some memories grow older, but they never forget. You had already crossed the ocean, I was still standing on the shore.
I kept loving you after your heart moved on,
holding every broken piece
till the night was gone. I kept loving you,
though you couldn't love me back.
some roads keep leading home,
Even with no turning back. Was there one last moment?
you still chose us,
I wanted to,
but my heart had already whispered goodbye.
not every ending
Needs someone to blame. I kept loving you
after love was gone.
now every lonely moon
Knows where I belong.
I kept loving you
Maybe I always will,
because the deepest kind of love
doesn't disappear. It simply learns to live with the ache.
see it long before I did. The way your eyes grew quieter every time we kissed. You still wore your wedding ring, still whispered goodnight, but forever was already fading with the light. I believed in us
even after you stopped.
I was the last person to notice
your heart had walked away.
I kept making plans for another yesterday.
I was the last person to notice
Love was growing thin.
I kept knocking on your heart.
You wouldn't let me in. The flowers on the windowsill bloomed without a care.
Funny how they kept on growing while nothing grew in here.
I memorized your laughter
To survive the night,
but echoes never hold you
the way your arms once might.
You were learning how to lead.
I was learning how to hope.
I was the last person to notice
The ending had begun
I kept chasing moonlight
after losing the sun. I was the last person to notice.
though the signs were everywhere.
Sometimes love disappears without leaving empty chairs.
If I had seen it sooner,
Would I have changed your mind?
though
Some hearts drift away,
even from the things they love.
not every goodbye can be undone.
I was the last person to notice.
Now I finally know
The saddest kind of leaving
is the one that happens slow. I was the last person to notice,
but I'll carry you somehow.
because loving you was easy.
Learning not to is hard now. You still knew my favorite song, still hummed it in the dark, but every note felt different, like it came from somewhere far.
Your fingers traced my heartbeat out of memory, not desire. I kept warming up the ashes, thinking they were fire.
Some flames don't disappear, they slowly lose their light. I love the version of you that stayed inside my soul,
While the one beside me was learning to let go.
I love the version of you who looked at me that way,
The one who promised forever
before forever changed.
time it rains. Funny how the sweetest things can carry so much pain.
The mirror shows tomorrow, but my heart lives yesterday,
waiting for a miracle
that never found its way.
I was loving memories,
you were making distance.
I love the version of you
who never gave up first.
I kept chasing that feeling,
Even when it hurt,
I love the version of you
that held my shaking hands. Now I'm left holding shadows, trying to understand.
Did I lose you? Or did you slowly disappear?
Maybe we both stayed too long after love had gone.
Sometimes memories
Love us longer than people do.
I love the version of you that still believed in us.
Now every lonely midnight reminds me who she was.
I love the version of you,
And maybe I always will,
because some hearts stop beating together,
but never stop feeling.
oh. You never packed a suitcase, you never said goodbye. You simply became quieter with every passing night. The way you looked right through me was harder than the truth. I kept searching for the woman I once knew.
Love wasn't stolen, it slowly disappeared. You didn't leave, you faded.
Like colors in the rain,
I kept calling out your heart, but nothing stayed the same. You didn't leave, you faded.
one sunset at a time.
I was still writing forever, you were erasing every line.
Your side of the bed is empty, even when you're there.
The distance in your silence
Fills the midnight air. I still hear your laughter inside an old love song.
Funny how a memory can keep somebody warm.
I was holding every promise,
You were letting go of hope. You didn't leave, you faded.
without breaking the chain.
Sometimes love disappears. Did you notice
the moment
we were over?
no,
It felt like watching daylight disappear into evening.
some endings arrive like the tide.
You didn't leave, you faded,
But your memory remains
like moonlight on the ocean after the pouring rain. You didn't leave, you faded,
still I whisper your name.
because the deepest kind of love never fades the same.
You still wore my favorite smile when friends were all around. But when the night came home with us, love made no sound. Your fingers found my hand, only out of old routine. We looked just like forever, but not what it had been. I watched your heart grow smaller inside our little world.
You love me less each day,
While I loved you more,
I kept standing in the rain.
outside a closing door.
You love me less each day,
Till your heart slipped free.
the saddest part of losing you
Was losing you slowly. I still know your morning coffee, 2 sugars and some cream. Funny how I remember everything except when we lost our dream. The hallway holds your perfume, the curtains know your face. Only I don't know how to fill your place. You stopped making memories,
I kept living in the old ones. You love me less each day,
without saying goodbye.
I search for hope inside your tired eyes. You love me less each day,
Though we shared one home,
sometimes two hearts can still feel alone.
if I'd noticed sooner,
Could I have saved us?
some tides keep leaving.
No matter how tightly you hold them,
Love fades quietly before it disappears.
you love me less each day.
But I never loved you less.
Now every lonely midnight,
Feels like one long breath.
you love me less each day,
Still I don't regret,
because the way I loved you
it's something I'll never forget. danced around the kitchen to our favorite old love song. You rested on my shoulder like nothing could go wrong.
I never knew that moment would be the one I'd keep.
The last time your heart still belonged with me. If I had known forever was ending that night, I would've held you longer.
I would've closed my eyes,
Tried to stop the hands of time
before goodbye arrived.
I didn't know it was our last dance.
I would've loved you harder
If I'd had one more chance. Now the record keeps on turning, but I don't hear the sound. Every melody reminds me of what I never found.
The moon still lights the window where we used to stand.
Now only lonely shadows
Reach for my hand.
the saddest memories
All the happy ones.
I would've held you longer.
If I'd known you'd leave,
I would've memorized
every breath you breathe.
I didn't know it was our last dance.
Sometimes forever ends
Without another chance. If I could relive one night, it would be that one.
Because the last goodbye never feels like the last until it's gone.
Some moments become forever
Only after they end.
I would've held you longer. Now that's all I know. Love leaves behind
The moments we can't let go.
I didn't know it was our last dance.
But if love begins again, I'll still ask you to dance.
You're still sitting in the same room, same light across your face, but something in your presence lost its familiar place. You talk about your day now like I'm not part of it, and every little silence feels like something we quit.
Love didn't leave completely,
it just changed its shape.
You became someone I used to love.
While standing next to me,
I kept holding on to us.
you let it finally be.
You became someone I used to love.
Without walking away,
Just slowly disappearing
while
choosing to stay.
I still set your plate for two, out of habit, not hope. Funny how the heart still learns to tighten every rope. The mirror shows two versions, one that still believes, one that knows you're gone already, even when you breathe. I was loving who you were.
You were becoming gone. You became someone I used to love.
Before you said a word,
I kept listening for your heart.
but only silence was heard.
You became someone I used to love.
And I stayed too long
Trying to sing our love again.
to a song already wrong. If I had known the moment,
You stopped being mine.
I didn't know either.
It just faded over time.
Some endings
Don't arrive. You became someone I used to love.
and I still call your name
Even though it echoes back.
with no one to blame.
You became someone I used to love.
But I won't deny
That loving you once
made me feel alive. We stood beneath the streetlight where we first said to stay. You looked at the horizon, I looked at your face. The wind knew something changed before I ever could. It carried all the words we never understood.
We were walking side by side
toward different tomorrows. We were holding on
to different dreams.
you were letting go.
I was holding on to
We were holding on
to different dreams.
the same moon above us,
But different skies to see.
I still remember dancing barefoot in the rain. You said we'd never lose
What we couldn't explain.
Now the echoes fill the silence I kept building forever. You were quietly packing goodbye. We were holding on
to different dreams.
I was chasing memories.
You were chasing peace.
We were holding on
to different dreams.
Sometimes love survives
Only in yesterday.
If I had known
We were dreaming alone.
I would have held your hand.
Just a little longer.
Some hearts
Wake up too late.
we were holding on,
To different dreams.
but I'll always treasure
What we used to be.
we were holding on.
To different dreams.
And though you found another road,
You'll always be my sweetest memory.
oh, you still came home every evening. You still lay beside my heart. But every little conversation felt like another part. Your eyes were out there somewhere, beyond these bedroom walls. I was losing you in silence before the final fall. Your body found its way back home. Your heart never did.
You stopped coming home to me.
Long before you left,
I was holding every memory.
you quietly forget.
You stopped coming home to me.
Though you never closed the door,
I kept waiting every night
for someone who wasn't there anymore. Your favorite cup is on the shelf, right where you left it last. Sometimes I pour 2 cups of coffee just to visit the past. The records keep on spinning,
our old familiar sound.
but every chorus breaks a little when you're not around. I was loving who you were.
You were missing who we were. You stopped coming home to me.
One quiet night at a time,
I kept chasing every sunrise.
you were leaving every sunrise behind.
You stopped coming home to me.
Without saying a thing,
Sometimes silence becomes
the loudest ending. Sometimes that's the moment
love begins to fade.
the longest goodbye
Is the one without a word. You stopped coming home to me,
though your picture still remains.
now every midnight whispers
The echo of your name.
you stopped coming home to me,
But mine still waits for you.
because some hearts never learn how to stop being true.
You folded all the laundry like any other day. Neither one of us could find the words we couldn't say. The television played, but no one watched the screen. We were already strangers, living in between. The silence knew the ending before we ever did.
It was the goodbye we never said.
Still breathing in this room.
You slowly closed your heart while flowers stayed in bloom. It was the goodbye we never said.
No tears, no slamming doors,
Just two tired souls who couldn't love anymore.
your toothbrush still beside mine, your jacket by the stairs. Funny how forever leaves without taking anything. The coffee tasted bitter, though I made it just the same. Some mornings keep reminding me nothing stays unchanged. You were learning how to leave, I was learning how to remember.
It was the goodbye we never said.
I heard it in your eyes.
The quietest confession is the one that never cries. It was the goodbye we never said.
Still echoing tonight.
Sometimes love surrenders without a final fight.
If I had one more evening,
I'd spend it saying nothing,
because sometimes silence
is all that's left to give,
and the saddest farewell
is the one we live through. It was the goodbye we never said.
but I still hear it now.
Every lonely heartbeat remembers somehow.
It was the goodbye,
We never said.
yet it changed everything.
Some loves don't end with words, they end with
time like always, but something in your embrace had quietly changed. You still asked if I was okay, still kissed my tired face, but love had left a silence nothing could replace. I was still your habit, no longer your home.
You stopped missing me
before you said goodbye.
I was still your sunrise.
You were chasing another sky.
You stopped missing me,
though I never left your side.
the loneliest place on earth
was lying by your side. The clock kept counting moments we never got to share. We filled the room with breathing, but nothing else was there. I kept your favorite blanket folded by the bed, hoping warmth could reach the words we never said. I kept loving tomorrow.
You stopped believing today.
You stopped missing me while I was still holding on,
trying to say forever
after forever was gone.
You stopped missing me
without meaning to.
Sometimes hearts just wander, even when they're true.
I wish you told me when I became a memory.
I never meant to hurt you, I just couldn't stay the same.
Sometimes love doesn't end, it slowly lets go.
You stopped missing me,
But I still miss us both.
the way we laughed for hours.
The dreams we used to hold.
You stopped missing me,
Still I whisper your name,
because the deepest kind of love never asks for blame.
You still reached across the table to pass my cup of tea, but somewhere in that simple touch, you stopped reaching me.
We still watch the sunset from our old front porch, but your eyes were chasing some distant shore.
Sometimes people stay while love quietly leaves. You stayed, but love didn't.
The house was full,
Our hearts weren't in it.
you stayed,
But love didn't.
I kept lighting candles. You stopped seeing
turning like nothing was wrong. But every passing season made your silence strong. I still wore the sweater you always loved on me. Funny how memories fit when love doesn't.
I was holding yesterday. You were already gone. You stayed,
but love didn't.
I was still saying us.
You had stopped listening.
You stayed,
but love didn't.
the hardest thing to see
Was losing you
without you
leaving me. Did you ever fight to stay in love?
I tried
But some hearts grow quiet
without meaning to,
in silence.
can be louder than goodbye.
Oh,
You stay,
but love didn't.
now every midnight
Feels unfinished.
you stay.
You stayed, but love didn't.
I'll always remember
The way you held my hand
before you let go of my heart.
Ooh.
Mm.